In the fall of 1639, Roger Ludlow, one of the founders of the colony of Connecticut, led a small group of men and a large herd of cattle to the shore of Long Island Sound. At a place known to the local Indians as Umpqua, they established a settlement that became known as Fairfield, named for the hundreds of acres of salt marsh that bordered the coast. The marsh provided a plentiful supply of feed for the livestock, and abandoned Indian fields became the site of the settlers' first agricultural plots. In the intervening years between those early days of settlement and today, much has occurred to change the face of Fairfield. Yet the town continues to bear the imprint of those who came before us.
Although few 17th century dwellings remain standing in Fairfield, evidence of the early settlement of the town is visible to this day, in the form of town's road system. Roger Ludlow laid out a grid for his new town. Today's Post Road, Old Post Road, Beach Road, and South Benson Road centered on the Meeting House Green, now the Town Green. On these streets, the settlers built their homesteads in the meeting house, seat of government, and a place of worship. Around the village was a cluster of common fields where the early settlers raised their crops, grazed livestock, and cut timber. Oldfield Road, Benson Road, and Agunqua Road were once farm lanes which gave access to these fields.
Fairfield prospered during its first century. Surplus farm products were traded for imported goods. Black Rock Harbor, now part of the city of Bridgeport, became the town's leading port. There, ships were laden with wheat, flax, timber, and livestock from the farms that sailed to Boston, New York, and harbors as far away as the West Indies. They returned the needed goods as such nails to build their houses, textiles for clothing and furnishings, and molasses to be made into rum.
Fairfield is located on the coast of Long Island Sound, approximately 60 miles away from New York City. The town was settled in 1639 and covers an area of 30 square miles. Fairfield has a population of more than 57,000 residents, with both rural and business areas. Its population is extremely diverse, reflecting the different geographic and ethnic backgrounds of its people.